Hi friends of cocktails! Today we're taking a look back and a look ahead. We'll first make a Lunar Fizz, a floral gin fizz variation we made on the channel back in August 2020. Then we'll take a look ahead and make a perfect cocktail for the spring, a Ramos Violet Fizz, a combination of the Lunar Fizz and the Ramos Gin Fizz. A couple of delicious and beautiful looking drinks that will impress anyone. And if you ever need more ideas for cocktails, our today's sponsor has you covered. Vector Bar. They're a brand new cocktail app available in the App Store now. But I don't have an iPhone. Oh, thank you dear. That's handy. Before we start, let me also remind you that the Cocktail Times newsletter is going out every Saturday. So sign up on 𝗡𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗁𝗏 or through the link below. And don't miss detailed recipes, Q&A, recommended episodes from other creators and exclusive discounts on merch. With that, let's start. It's cocktail time. Professional bartenders and home mixologists, we've all had that feeling of wanting a cocktail but not knowing what to make, right? And inevitably, you just make the same drink you always make. Hey, nothing wrong with enjoying the classics, but sometimes it's fun to try something new, and that's where Vector Bar can help. With step-by-step guidance to make your new favorite cocktails. Organized properly, you get the information you need straight away. They started in November with 200 recipes. They're now over 400 and growing. You can find the recipes based on what you have on hand, but also see what to buy next to make more amazing cocktails. So let's say you have gin and violet liqueur on hand, but you're in the mood for something different than an aviation. The search from home view allows you to simply list the ingredients you want to use, and it will give you the cocktails you can make with them. You'll also see where or by whom the cocktail was created. And here we have the Lunar Fizz. Apparently we have everything we need to make it. Gin, preferably Hendrick's Lunar. Violet liqueur, an egg for the egg white, simple syrup, lemon juice, lavender bitters, and soda water. Before we get into it, I'd just like to thank the guys at Vector Bar for reaching out and including some of my cocktails into their app. Try it out if you're an iPhone user, and if you have any suggestions for future releases, let them know through the contact form. And if you like to check out the recipes on bigger screens, the app is of course also available for iPads. I think I'll manage this one by heart. Let's make the Lunar Fizz. We'll make this the same way we made it in the original episode, starting with 1.5 ounce or 45 ml of Lunar Hendrick's. It's a floral gin, but it also has plenty of citrus and spices, so if you can, try it in this cocktail. Follow that with 0.5 ounce or 50 ml of violet liqueur for the color and the additional floral notes. Both are a big part of this cocktail. For a touch of sweetness, 1/3 ounce or 10 ml of simple syrup. Aim for a little over 1/4 ounce and you'll be good. To balance out the sweetness from the syrup and liqueur, add lemon juice, 3/4 ounce or 22.5 ml. The final floral component, 2 dashes of homemade lavender bitters. You won't find the recipe in the app, but you get it when you sign up to my weekly newsletter on 𝗡𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗁𝗏. And to give it a nice foam, egg white. Since we're looking into the past with this cocktail, in one episode I've compared different egg white options, including fresh, pasteurized and powdered. Fresh was the best, so that's what we'll add once it separates, giving it a quick whisk or even a shake if you're using more egg whites. Makes it easier to measure out 3/4 ounce or 22.5 ml. Drain the ice before shaking as hard as you shake a Ramos Gin Fizz. Chill and dilute the cocktail, but also to emulsify the egg white. Then strain the cocktail back into the shaker. Discard the ice and shake again to create an even frothier foam. Once you have a chilled highball glass ready, fine strain the cocktail into it. Leave to settle and thicken a bit. That way the top of the cocktail should be stable enough to rise above the rim as we add more soda water. I'm rinsing the shaker first. Don't overdo it or the foam will start to slump back down. Express a lemon peel over the top for a little extra citrus aroma, and that's it. The Lunar Fizz. It's been a while since I made one and I really look forward to it. But I also look forward to showing you the evolution of this cocktail, the Ramos Violet Fizz. So stick around for that. Cheers! Lemon and violet notes on the aroma give way to a wonderful sensation of the cocktail that's creamy and light at the same time. This gin works wonderful with violet liqueur, and it's all nicely balanced by the lemon. All in all, a delightful cocktail that you can enjoy with all of your senses. But I'm not just telling you all of this. I'm adding a rating and notes to the cocktail in the app. This is immediately synced to the account in the cloud, and you'll always know which cocktails you loved. One more cool feature is to add a negative ingredient to your search, something you don't want to use, and it will remove those cocktails from the search results. If you like floral cocktails, you'll like this one too, and if you like how the Ramos Gin Fizz looks, you'll love this cocktail. The app will tell you this, but here's what you'll need to make it. We are keeping the gin and violet liqueur base, but instead of lavender, we are using crème de cassis for some fruity notes. To balance the sweetness from the simple syrup, we have a combination of lemon and lime super juices in equal amounts. To make it a Ramos, you'll also need cream, egg white, and some soda. And one thing that should always have a check mark in your ingredients: saline solution. For garnish, some fancy flowers. If you're warmed up enough to shake the Ramos Violet Fizz, let's make it. To get the best and biggest foam, I'm using one large ice cube and several smaller ones. If there's ever a cocktail to use this technique, it's the Ramos. For the base I'm using Monkey 47 𝗧𝗢𝗍𝗁𝗏 dry gin, 1¼ ounce or 37½ ml. If you're looking for an alternative, I suggest something citrus or floral. Plymouth, Tanqueray No. 10 and Aviation gin come to mind. Next, 3/4 ounce or 22½ ml of violet liqueur. Bitterroot is a great option for adding floral notes and a lovely color. Follow that with just 1/4 ounce or 7½ ml of crème de cassis. This blackcurrant liqueur will add some sweet and tart berry notes. For sweetness, add ½ ounce or 15 ml of 1:1 simple syrup. Next, lemon and lime super juices. Instead of adding 3/8 ounce or 11.25 ml of each, I mix them together and I'm adding 3/4 ounce or 22½ ml of combined lemon and lime super juices. Hope this makes sense. Saline solution will make sure all the flavors don't get masked behind the texture of this drink. 2 drops will be enough. And for the richness, body and mouthfeel, cream and egg white. First, 3/4 ounce or 22½ ml of heavy cream, followed by 1 egg white. Again, I'm cracking it into a separate shaker to make sure I'm not adding any bits of the shell in the cocktail. It's also a good idea to put dairy and egg in last, so it doesn't start to curdle or cook. Drain the ice, add the cocktail and shake for a good 25 to 30 seconds. That gives me the time to tell you that this is the 3rd Ramos cocktail on Cocktail Time. I've also made the classic and clarified versions. Check those out right after this one. Once you're getting tired, strain the cocktail, dump the ice and shake again to really froth it up. Again, get a chilled glass. Add 1 ounce or 30 ml of soda and pour the cocktail over it through a fine mesh strainer. As the cocktail mixes with soda water, it will bloom, making the Ramos Violet Fizz even fluffier. Wait a little while for the foam to settle. In the meantime, rinse the shaker with a little more soda water and slowly pour that into the center of the foam so the crown of the cocktail rises over the rim. Garnish with a blue pansy flower or any other edible blossom. I can't imagine somebody not being impressed by this beautiful cocktail. Cheers! It's floral, fruity and even creamy on the aroma, or whatever you call the aroma of cream. The palate gets a dance of violet, creaminess and botanicals of the gin. Based on the looks, you almost forget this is an effervescent drink, but the bubbles even accentuate the flavors. Floral and dark berry notes linger on the aftertaste. Bookmark this recipe for the spring. Trust me. For detailed instructions on how to make both of these cocktails, download the VectorBar app from the App Store or go to vectorbar.app. Just enter the ingredients you have in hand and start exploring new mixes and flavors. What about if you use Android? Well, you'll have to wait with the rest of us. Hopefully today's cocktails will give you some ideas so you're not waiting empty-handed. Cheers, friends of cocktails.